All right, students, today we're going to be doing Google Slides lesson 4.3. It's called A Dream Vacation, Working with Images. The overview says your freshman class is starting to plan for your senior trip. Even though it is several years away, you have to start planning and saving. You are part of the team with the task of picking a location. You have been assigned to create a presentation about a destination that you would like to present to the class. After your classmates see all of the presentations about the possible destinations, they will vote on the destination. You will want your presentation to be as persuasive as possible. The destination that you will present about is Walt Disney World. It says in this lesson, you'll use Google Slides to create a presentation about Walt Disney World. So there are lots of new skills that will be part of this lesson. We're going to go ahead and begin. So we're going to start with instruction step 1. It says in your My Slides folder, you're going to create a new presentation. Excuse me. And you're going to call it lesson 4.2. And then it says step number 2. It says choose the marina theme. Hint, the theme panel. If the theme panel does not automatically open, then theme is an option on your button bar, and it's right there, but it did automatically open, and so it tells us to choose the marina. So I'm going to scroll down until I find it. They're not necessarily in alphabetical order. There it is. All right, marina. I'm going to click that. Once you've selected a theme, then you can go ahead and close the themes pane. It gives you more room. And it says, in step 3, type Walt Disney World as the title. Oh, I don't know why I did not capitalize those, but I sure didn't. So I'm going to fix that. And then it says to type Exploring Orlando, Florida as the subtitle. It says to bold the subtitle. And this time it says you will not include your name on the title slide, because remember, your classmates are going to be voting, and so you don't necessarily want them to be biased by the creator. You just want them to see the information. It says in step 4 to use an image as a background. All right, so that's interesting and unique. We're going to get rid of this blue background it looks like. It says to use an image as a background, complete the following steps. With nothing on your slide selected, so I did have this selected, so it says with nothing on your slide selected, click the background button. Okay, so I want nothing selected. All right, and then I'm going to click there's background. Shows it in the picture there. And it says in the background dialog box, choose. Click the choose button. Choose. And it says in the insert background image dialog box. Okay, background image dialog box. That's this whole screen. I'm going to click on search. And in this box, I'm going to type Walt Disney. I don't know why it's not capitalized. D-I-S. World. Enter. And then it says to double click on the image of the Disney castle and hit done. So look through here. I want to make sure I get a picture of the Disney castle. And, I guess it's kind of up to you which one you choose. So let's see, which one do I want to pick? I think I'm just going to take this one right here. So I double clicked on it. And Then I'm going to hit done, it says. All right. All right, so in step 5, it says to change the font color of the subtitle to white. It doesn't show up very well, at least with that picture, so I'm going to change it to white. And that does help it to show up a little. And honestly, this is not this. You have to be careful about your text. You want to make sure that you can see through it. So it may not always be the best. You have to play with your pictures or play with your colors a little bit. Now it says to insert a new slide from the format with the format only or format title only. It says remember to click the arrow next to the new slide. So I'm going to find that one and I'm going to go title only. All right, very good. And so now I am on to slide number 2. It says in the title box type what to see. Okay, it says in step 8 to make sure that nothing is selected. We'll click off of that, and then it says to go to insert, image, search the web, and it says you'll need to search for the following images and insert them onto the slide. Epcot. Now, Epcot's kind of the icon is this spaceship Earth. It's a big ball. So, just take that one, I guess. And then also Mickey Mouse. So, I'm going to make sure nothing is selected. Insert, image, search the web. I'm going to go Mickey Mouse. And since we're talking about Disney World, it'd probably be a real live Mickey Mouse. So, I'm going to scroll through until I find one, not necessarily like a picture. So that one would work, but I think I like this one better. There we go. I'll put it in there as well. Click here so nothing is selected. And then Expedition Everest. Ooh, one of my favorite rides. So this is a ride at Walt Disney World, so I'm going to have to choose a picture of that. So I guess I'll just take this one. You can kind of see the roller coaster going up into the mountain there. And double click on it. All right, so I put it in there. A fun ride, killer fun ride. All right, so it says you will search each of the images separately. Don't worry about the size. You will adjust them in the next step. All right, so it says now you have 3 pictures, but they do not fit well. It says you will resize the images and crop them where appropriate to make sure to make them fit. You must crop at least one picture. When done resizing and moving them, they should look similar to the picture below. All 3 pictures should be very close to the same size when done. So I need all 3 of my pictures to be about the same size. They need to look similar to what I have there. So let's see. If I'm going to crop, this one would probably be a good picture to crop some things out of. So I'm going to go ahead and crop here. Just to kind of, let's see. Well, that crops some. And obviously going to have to be a lot smaller. And I may have to crop them again. Let's see here. I'm going to make, I got to just make them a lot smaller to kind of get them where I want them to be. Ooh, that's still a pretty big size picture there. I want them to all be about the same size, it says. I think this is still a little bit wider, so I'm going to crop some more of this off over here, maybe. All right. So let's see what we got. And you can kind of look and see. See, this is not quite the same size, so just a little larger, maybe. It's not an exact science. See how they need to all kind of to fit there. So going to resize that one. All right. So it looks like my pictures are about the same size, and I see that my screen time is about to expire. So I'm going to stop here and pick up with step 10 in the next. Pick up with step 10. All right. So we are going to pick up now with step 10. Step 10 says now you will create a caption to tell what each picture is. To do this, you're going to do the following. So a caption is simply a little bit of text that is going to appear below the picture so you can see what the picture is about. So this is how we'll do that. So step 10, part A says to insert or draw a text box that is the same width as your first picture. So remember text box, we did that before. Here's the text box icon. So I want it to be the same width as that picture there. So I'm just going to kind of draw it. And then I'm going to, in the text box, I'm going to type 4 theme parks. Okay. And now it says to center align the text. I'm just going to click on the square outside and I'm going to center align it. It says to bold it and to change the size to 18. And then it says to change the fill color of the box to black. So I need to find the fill color. There it is. I'm going to change it to black. Oh, my text disappeared. It says in step D, though, now you can't see your text, but it's still there. But the box and the text are both black. So highlight or select the text and change the text color to white. So I'm going to change my text color to white, and so now you can see it. All right. And I'm going to make sure that that is now right up on my picture. And I'm going to use the zoom so that I can zoom in here, make sure that I have it the way I want it. Because I want it to be right on the edge. Yep, it looks pretty perfect there. So I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to tell it I want to go back to that. All right, perfect. Turn that off. Now it says in step 11, now repeat step 10 to create a caption for the other 2 pictures on the slide. The text will be Meet Mickey Mouse and Ride the Rides. It says a hint here, you could copy and paste to make the process a little faster. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to click here, click on the edge, and I'm going to go to Edit, Copy, click off, and go right click and paste. So there I have one that hopefully I can kind of use for Mickey Mouse. All right, so I bet I need to change it to Meet Mickey Mouse. And then I'm going to see, I think I'll need to move that up here. Make them all kind of close to the same. All right, so I'm going to select that one, edit. I'm going to Control C to copy, click off of it, Control V. Those are shortcuts to paste. Okay, so I just used a shortcut there. This is bigger. This picture is not as big. That's okay. And then what does it say? Ride the rides. Ride the rides. All right, so I have captions for my pictures. Move that one up maybe just a little bit. So that looks pretty close as I look at the picture down there below step 11. Step 12 says to insert a new slide with the format title and 2 columns. So title and 2 column. Perfect. So now I'm ready to go on to step 13. And it says type visit all the theme parks and other places as the title. Visit all the theme parks and other places. All right, perfect. Now it says in step 14, to create a numbered list, it says click in the left column, which is click to add text. And it says instead of creating a bulleted list, you will create a numbered list and key the following items. So I'm going to go here to, that's bulleted, but I want a numbered. So it's a 1. And I'm going to type magic. Sorry about that. I know you heard my phone ring in the last there, so I had to pause the video. So I'm picking back up from step 14. And I am entering that information that you see there as a bulleted list. You may want to pause the video and come back when you are finished. I don't know if you will finish as quickly as I do, or maybe you even be a little quicker. But I keyed those in, so I finished keying step 14, and now there's a hint there. It says you may need to click on the More button to get the numbered list, and in fact I did. So step 15 says to select your numbered list and change the font to Century Gothic. I'm going to click the edge here, and it's going to go to Century Gothic. Scroll, I have to go through here until I find that font. There we go. And it says to change the size to 18. And it says, oh, sorry, 16. Too big. 16. Oh, 16. That's where I messed up. 16 is not there. I have to type it in. 16. And bold it. And it looks like my text is already the color that it needs to be, white. And so, it's already white. So it stands out pretty well. Step number 16 says to select the empty square to the right of your list and to delete it. It says in its place, you should insert 2 images that are appropriate based on the list you just created. You will need to resize the images so that they will fit in the space that is available and to see the images below. So I'm going to click here and delete that with my, let me undo that. Okay, so I clicked on the edge here, and then on my keyboard I found the delete key and hit delete. Got rid of that box. So now I'm going to insert an image, search the web, and just pick a couple things off of that list you typed. So I'm going to start with Animal Kingdom. And I'm going to search for a picture there. I like that one. Click it and insert it. It's not going to be the size I want. That's okay. And then that other picture that you see there in the instructions, that's the monorail. So you can insert something else if you want. Click so nothing is selected. Insert an image. Search the web. Let's see. I think I'm just going to do the monorail. No, I think I'll do Hollywood Studios. In Disney World. There we go. Click that. See what comes up. And so I'm going to find a picture here. Oh, there's the Hollywood Tower of Terror. That's a ride at Disney World, so that would be a good one. That's Rock and Roller Coaster. Aerosmith's Rock and Roller Coaster. That's a ride as well. There's a picture. So you're just going to find a picture of something that you think might be appropriate. So let's see here. What am I going to choose? I think I will choose this right here, Tower of Terror. That's a ride at Hollywood Studios. And so I'm going to need to make them smaller, obviously, because they got to fit in that space. So let's see what we got to do here. All right. So I just want those to be about the same size. And look, I managed to get them about the same size. So that's kind of interesting there. So again, my pictures are not going to be exactly the same as the pictures that you see here on the sheet. And that's okay. Yours may not either. But just know that that's fine. Step 17 says now to insert a new slide with the format, title, and 2 column. Okay, so now I'm on to slide number 4. So I can see that over here. And it says Yummy Places to Eat as the title. Right, and then I'm going to create a bulleted list of the following items. And obviously this is not going to be a complete list of all of the hundreds of restaurants that you could eat at Disney World, but these are maybe some of the ones that are pretty famous. Cinderella's, Royal Table. And we have Ohana, personal favorite of mine. Be Our Guest restaurant. Spelled those wrong. Guest and a restaurant. And Crystal Palace. And Sci-Fi Dine-In. Fun one. Garden Grill. I have eaten at all of these places, and they are very, very good. And oop, I missed a step. It says to create a bulleted list. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the edge here, and I'm going to go up and make that a bulleted list. Okay. Going on to the next step. And actually still part of that same step is going to be to apply the same formatting that we did in step 15. So we're going to make this text size 16. It's going to be Century Gothic, and it's going to be bold. And again, we just want to make sure that it is white, and it is. Okay. So now we're ready to go on to the next step, which is step 20. It says to select the empty square to the right, delete it. And it says in its place, insert 1 or 2 images that are appropriate based on the list that you just created. So let's see. I'm going to insert here an image. Cinderella's Royal Table. All right, there we go. So this is where you can eat with Cinderella. Oh, I like that one. Snow White is there, so I'm going to put that in there. I think I like that one. That's fine. I'm just going to go with the 1. Okay, but you can do 2 if you'd like. I think that'd be fine. See the little princess is there. And then it says in step 21 to insert a new slide with a format title in 2 columns, and do that. Our new title is going to be more information. And then it says in the column 2 on the left, type all caps, click here for Walt Disney World information. Okay. And then it says to format the text to be center aligned in size 24. I'm going to click here, size 24, and it wants it to be center aligned. All right, very good. And then it says, oh, this is a new skill. We're going to center text vertically. Now, we've been centering just right and left, which is horizontally, but it says we're going to center text vertically. It says to select the text in the left column if it is not already selected, and go click on the Format menu, Format, and then it chooses Align and Indent, and then it says Middle. Oh, so you see it moved it up and down. So that is going to be step 21. Right, this is going to be step 22. It says we're going to insert a hyperlink. And so a hyperlink is going to connect our web page to another website. It says you will be making a link that will connect you to the Walt Disney World website. It says select the words click here. Click here. And then it says then on the insert link button. There it is. Click on that, and then under the link box, I'm going to type HTTP. You know what? I'm going to try something here. Walt Disney World. And see what happens. Oh, it is. And so, see, I actually just searched for what I wanted. So I did give you the actual address there if you want to key all of that in. But you'll notice that when I typed in the link box Walt Disney World, it actually gave me the link I wanted. So I'm going to click on that and then hit apply. So it may save you a little time doing that. It says now you should click on the link on your slideshow to make sure that it works correctly. If it does not, you probably typed the address in wrong. So let's say I'm going to click off, go back and click on it. I'm going to click there. And now I'm not going to because it'll probably close out the video, but that link would work correctly. All right. But you can actually click on yours and see if it takes you to the Walt Disney World website, and it should. Okay. So I'm just going to assume that it does. All right, so now we're going to do step 23. It says to select the empty square to the right of your list and hit delete. And then in step 24, another new skill, it says to insert a video. Sometimes you want to insert a video in a presentation. To do that, you will make sure that nothing is selected, and we have made sure of that. You will go to the insert menu and choose video. Google Slides makes it very easy. Video. And then it says in the YouTube search box, type Walt Disney World. So Walt Disney World. I'm going to search YouTube for that and see what comes up. It says choose one of the videos from the list and click select. I'm just going to go with the very first one. So I'm going to click that and tell it to select. And you'll see that it put the link right in. It says you may need to resize the video on your screen and move it to the right side of the slide and see the image below. But it put it right where I wanted it, and I think it's probably a perfect size. And if I click this, it might take a couple minutes, but it would pull up the video and begin to play it. And so that is, that's perfect. I'm not going to play it because, again, it may close out the video. And so, but you can click on yours and play it and watch the whole video if you'd like to see what's going on in the video. And then step 25, it says to insert a new slide with the format title and 2 columns. So I'm going to go here, title and 2 column. And now it says in step 26, we're going to delete a slide. It says you may occasionally create a slide that you don't need. To delete a slide that you no longer need, simply right-click on the thumbnail slide on the left side and choose delete. So here I don't need slide 6. I'm going to right-click it. And there is delete slide. So it is gone. All right. So you should have 5 slides, it tells us. In step 7, it says to apply slide transitions. This is a new skill. To make a slideshow more interesting to look at, you can apply transitions between the slides. This adds effects as the slides change from one to the next. To do this, you will do the following steps. Step 1, or A, is click on slide 1, thumbnail, on the left side of your screen, and then click the transition button to open the animation pane. So here's transition. It's going to open this animation pane. All right, shows you in the picture there. And now it says under no transition, it says choose cube. There's cube. All right. And then it says change the speed to medium. I'm going to drag that to medium. And then click the apply to all slides. And then it says to hit play to see what that looks like. So here's play. It's going to show me. So that is what that transition looks like. It says if you do not like cube, you can choose a different transition, but make sure to adjust the speed and hit apply to all slides. So, and then step 28. So I'm done with that. So I'm going to close that animation pane. Step 28 says to automatically advance slides. It says view your presentation from the first slide. Then click the presentation drop down menu. Okay. So we're going to click and then we're going to choose present from the beginning. All right. And so this pops up and it says then when the slideshow comes up, click on the play button down here. You see the play button. This is actually going to cause it to just play automatically, so you don't even have to continue clicking. It's going to play on its own without you having to click on the mouse button. Okay. Now do notice when you get to the slide here in a few minutes, It does not automatically go to this website. Okay, you could tell it to play the video if you wanted, and from here, if you want, and when you're done, you either hit the exit button or you hit the escape key on your keyboard. So hitting the escape key or the exit button brings you back here, and it says to do a final proofread in step 29 for spelling and grammar mistakes. And then once you have done that, you can turn it in on Google Classroom.